Guys, so on today's video I'm just gonna go through this cute little well, this is something new I created myself. I am trying to create a planner that works for me, a budget planner that works for me, but also this is gonna just be a video based on my month ahead cash envelopes that I'm going to be working on. These I created here just more recently, but these I'm gonna actually include in my binder that is gonna pertain to this. So this, I'm not gonna go through everything that's on here. I'm just gonna go stay on the month ahead part of it portion, but I will just skim through real quick on some of this stuff and give you a sneak peek of what I created. This is basically a budget calendar that I wanted to create for myself. I've seen, you know, and I've downloaded like the ones I use on my previous videos, digital ones that were not pertinent to me, and I wanted to create something that was just gonna benefit me, but also not too much information. Like this is hopefully is gonna be something I can use as on the start for month to month. But I'm gonna show you guys that it's all reusable stuff, and I know I have posted like on my social media, like Instagram and so on, that I had all these templates that I was working on, and so this is pretty much I want to say a final draft. I'm gonna see how it works for me this next month before I start really deciding if I want to go ahead and get it as a binder. I do have one that I'm going to use specifically for this one, because it is like built. I made it for an A5 binder, so I wanted to go ahead and just, you know, do something fun and cute that is, you know, will be pertinent for me. So, and this is the dashboard I created for this. I don't know if I'm going to keep this as part of it. I don't know. I just, something I was playing around with, but pretty much it just gives you a rundown of everything in here. And I'm still playing with the idea about how I want to do the calendar part of it, because on here a lot of this stuff is laminated, so I wanted to just, you know, decide whether or not I'm going to use paper, you know, that you can actually, you know, keep as a hard copy for yourself and just, you know, write on each page, or if you want to do a laminating part of it. I've done some of the laminating part, you'll see here in a minute, but pretty much, yeah, this is just basic run through of it. It's gonna be your basic calendar that I created, and it's gonna be a 2-page. So I'm waiting for the binder to come in. So this is basically gonna how it's gonna lay out on, and I thought it was a really cute little undated calendar. It has a legend for your expenses, income, debt, savings, sinking funds, challenges, and other. And this is based on how you want to do it, how I'm gonna do it, and I even left these little cute little hearts, if you can see, where you can decide if you want to highlight, like if you're doing your expenses and you want to highlight a certain color, you can legend it to those specific colors. It's just something fun you can do. But this one I'm not gonna start on this one this month, because we already toward the end of September, so I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna use this starting in October, so you guys will see this when I use this to budget my month here in the next week, and you'll see me using this. Next page is gonna be a budget sheet. Basically it's gonna have, you know, it's my girl budget sheet, and it has pretty girl income, girl them bills, and it's going to be breakdown by month or bi-weekly or weekly, just, you know, depending on how you get paid. And then let's spend money girl is what I call this. This is more going to be for your expenses, variable expenses, like your gas, groceries, dining out, and so on and so forth. And then I added another little, because I know subscriptions are growing. They're just a growing, you know, commodity that people are using more and more often, because now it's not built off of just one payment you're using different, like Netflix, you know, Prime, all the different monthly subscriptions that you pay to either, you know, whether it's for internet and so on and so forth. I created this little table for it just so you can have pretty much write those out and have them separated out from your original, your day-to-day bills, your month-to-month bills. So and then you would just get your totals out, and it would just show you your leftover for this part of it. And then the second page is going to include the damn debt. So of course your debt you want to incorporate. You want your higher priority sinking funds, your low. And so I kept it fly high sinking funds, and then keep it low sinking funds, and then save that blank. And so this is more like if you want to do your little a little table of your savings, and then of course you can just total out from your first page: income, total, expenses, debt, sinking funds, and then basically balance out for your paycheck. So that's just a quick run through. Again, I won't start that till next month because I don't want to. I'm already toward the end of September, but I do have where I created this cash withdrawal. So of course you would have your hundreds, 50s, 20s. You know, this is you breaking it down by. So you say you have your bill, all your sinking funds here, and you want to have your groceries, your dining, all your sinking funds, your savings, everything that you're going to put in your cash envelope, and you break it down by your amounts, and then you break it down by the dollars, and so you can know exactly, and you total it down here, and that will be what you would put on your actual cash teller. So this is what I had created for a cash teller. I need to edit this part out of it because it's not digital. Will be working on a digital one, so that will tally out everything, but basically you just write out your total here for your dollars, your 5s, your 10s, your 20s, 50s, and 100s. I'm opting to put $2 on there because I know some people like to get $2 bills, and I know banks will give it to you, so I might, since I'm going to edit this one, I might include the $2 bills on here. So that's just something, you know, to keep on hand. And I laminated it because this is something you change, you know, from time to time. Say you're not, you know, you're gonna have your calendar where you've written out all your stuff as far as your bills, your expenses, your debt, your sinking funds, you know, all those things. You're gonna have this already written out, so I don't see the point in having it saved into a different piece of paper. You know, save the trees. That's what I'm looking at it, the way I'm looking at it. But basically, yeah, it's laminated, so you can reuse this. And I have like a permanent marker that I'm gonna use, and you can always use alcohol wipes to clean it off from every time you decide to use that. These will come in more pages than one, because I'm deciding if I'm gonna do a 6-month or I'm gonna do the whole 12 months to include. I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna see how this goes first when I start working it myself. And so that's basically it for your cash teller. Now the next thing, of course, is you want to track, you know, your sinking funds. This one I'm deciding if I'm going to keep this laminated. This is again like a rough draft, so, and I just did my sinking funds. You can tally up all your sinking funds that you're having, you know, and you know, you can keep track of them. That's probably why I won't laminate these. I just wanted to laminate these just as a test run. And again, I got the girl challenges, and then I have my girl wallet. So basically, whatever I've used in my wallet, or what I haven't used in my wallet, is going to use my carryover. So that's going to be your rollover. And so you budgeted for yourself that much, you spent that much, and then what's left over. If it's nothing, then of course you don't roll over any of it. But this is just a way to tally it up, so you can see if you have rollover money. Hold on, guys, my dog's barking. Hold on. Okay, guys, so yeah, and then give me your ideas on why it's probably not a good idea to laminate some of this stuff. You know, I'm just doing a test run. Again, this may not stay laminated. I'm just I decided last minute, I was like, oh, let me just go ahead and laminate these. This could be my hard copies for right now, and whatever I determine later on, I can do that. So then we're gonna jump ahead into our month ahead. So our month ahead, basically, it is a laminated, you know, sheets, and basically you're gonna write out your month ahead bills. So this is every bill that you pay for the month, your monthly bills, whether it's rent, car, you know, everything that's reoccurring each month. And you write it out, you tally it up, and I have this cute little hearts for a month ahead, 2 months ahead. You amount average of what you know, typically you should have a set amount for your rent and your car, your, you know, your phone, well, maybe not your phone, but some of those things that are, you know, remain the same each month. And then of course those that you average, usually on the high amount you want to average your electricity, you want to average out your gas, your water, your, you know, all those other things. Your insurance is another thing to include. So you write it out here, and then you can just have your trackers. So I want to go ahead and do that. I've got my, you know, all my cash envelopes that I created that's going to go in my binder with this planner. I'm going to see how this works. But this is a good way to start learning how, or to try to get your month at it, you know, ahead. And then you can work on eventually getting, you know, more months ahead. So here I have my first one. I'm just going to write them. I should have gone by biggest, but I'm just going to write what I have in order. So here I have my heat patrol, which is gas. And right now, since it is just the, and I'm using a Sharpie marker again, because I mean, this might change, you know, some of this stuff might drop off. You know, I've had stuff drop off from my month-to-month bills as I've paid them off, some of those things, especially like, you know, your reoccurring bills that you're trying to pay off, like loans and so on. So amount of average, I want to say, is probably right now $30 a month. Okay. We have water. Water is averaging about, I want to say 150, because I do water my I did have this in hair and nails. This is going to go into my as a high priority sinking fund. Ride high is going to be my vehicle, my car. And right now I don't have that yet, but I will eventually have it in October, so I will, I could just write that out. 9. Okay, and then, and I do have money already set up in here, guys, because this was for my low sinking, well, my low priority month ahead that I was doing. So I've added these, and I will count these out eventually when I actually tally all this stuff up for you. So I have my cell phone. My cell phone, I do have my kids on there. It's $300 for cell phones. For protection, my protection is actually my security, so and that is averaged $15.98 a month. Mortgage, of course, you gotta live, have a place to live. And then insurance. Insurance should be going down this next month. I did, since I changed my vehicles, but I'm gonna average it out to what I paid this past month. And then we have Let There Be Lights, which is electricity. And that I'm averaging about probably $200 a month. House warranty. And that is $121.64. And then bathroom. I didn't include subscriptions on here, guys, because that can come and go. This is more where I want to get ahead on my on the everyday necessities, that things I won't be able to live without, you know, the things that I really need. So bathroom is $226.95. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and tally this out. Give me just an average of what I should be paying for just these expenses. I'm hoping some of this stuff does drop in soon, but okay, so we're looking at $3,040.55. Okay, so that's basically it for this month ahead. So that's what I'm looking to get built up to, so I can eventually get to the month, 1 month, and then 2 months, and then hopefully maybe a whole 6 months if I can get there at one point. So at that, then we're going to go ahead and jump on. So I did create this, as you can see, this chart. So basically you're going to break down each of your increments into those percentages, and this is basically what you would pay on average if you were going off of just this part of it. Now I created this one, and then I created this one as well. This one is going to give you a bigger like a breakdown for each one, and this one you actually get multiple pages because I base it off of 10. And if you guys are interested in this, you guys can let me know too. I'm gonna go through it, what each one does, and then eventually you guys can determine, you know, if you need more for your bills, if you can include the subscriptions if you do decide you want to incorporate it in here, so you can have a breakdown of the month to be included. You can add any of your bills. This is just basically what I want to keep a month ahead, to always make sure I have that money available, and I don't go without, you know. So basically this is going to be your my girl month ahead. This is the date, how much you put, and then your balance. So you'll start from the bottom up, and then you'll start tallying it here. So basically, so I have 30/30/40.55, and we're gonna do it. So you can start by adding 167 on your first, and when you add that 167, say we're going to start it here, you would put your date, and I'm going to start it here. I haven't put nothing in toward it, but I will eventually do that, so I'm just going to have that as my starting point. And so whenever you fill out the 167, you put your date, and then you put your balance of, minus the 340, and you put your balance, and you move on and keep on moving with the 167, and it should tally out as you're going along. You color each spot up the arrow until you get to your final 100%, and you will have your full month there at that point. So that's just a good way to start tracking and breaking down, you know, if you can do 167, you know, whatever your numbers fall at, you can start at that point as a high point. Now if you decide you want to break it down into this small budget tracker, for each title you will list out your bills. So each one is for each bill. So the first one is for heat patrol, and I average that, and that will eventually, as winter's coming, it will go up, so I will probably need to average that out a little bit more, but for this video purposes I'll just keep it at that. So right now I'm averaging at $30 a month. So what you have, there are 117 squares here, and so this is what you're going to track with. So you would take your amount, so you would take your 30 divided by 117. This gives you down to the cents, and this is where you can use your low month ahead, low priority month ahead. You can actually use this one as a way to actually put, you know, the lowest that you could to help toward your bills. So right here it has 0.26 cents. So for every 26 cents I put toward my electricity or my heater, my gas, each one represents 26 cents basically. And when you fill out all of these, it should total out to $30. So if you take the 26 times 117, it gives you 29.9999 forever, you know, so as you can see. So that's basically what you would do with that. And then you would move on to your next one, of course, and then you would, you know, put your money, break it into there. And typically for these low ones, I usually will put about a couple, $5, $10, if you can match it and you color each point to get to that $10. So if you have, say you put $10 toward your 26 cents. Well, so you're gonna put $10, so 26 times 10. I'm trying to calculate it, so it's gonna be 26 times. Did I say $10? So you would take 117 divided by 10 is 11, right? No, that's not right. Well, either way, if you put $5, say you put $5, so each one until you get $5. So if R85 is 10, already of these is a $1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is $1 more or less. Or actually 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is $1. Is $2. So you would fill out, depending on how much you put toward this 26 cents for each, you know, each little square. I thought about making it cute, putting hearts on it, but I was like, let's just keep it simple in a table format, and you guys can, you know, color it in how you want if you put, you know, whatever. Okay, so that one's for that one, and then you move on to your next one, and I gave you enough, it's enough to make 10 bills, that you could track 10 bills. Now if you want more, you can always ask for more. That's, or I'm gonna create more for myself if I need to, especially if I choose to add more bills on here rather than keep it where it's at. So next one is water. My water will be at 150. So 150 divided by 117 is going to give you $1.28 per square. Okay, to get that point. Now car divided by 117 is going to get, $8.50 a square. So for every $8.50 you fill in a square. Cell phones next. that is 300 divided by 117 gives me $2.56. And then we move on to the next page, and that is going to be for our security. That's $50.98. So 50.98 divided by 117 gives you a total of 43 or 44 cents. Next is home, so mortgage. That's going to give you $4.26. And then insurance is the next one. And this is both my car and my home insurance together. And that's going to be $8.50. Okay. And then electricity is averaging $1.50 right now. Is that what I put? $1.50? Oh, I actually put 200. So 200 divided by 117 gives you $1.71. Okay, let me just make sure that's right. Yeah. All right, and house warranty is $121. And that's going to give you $1.03. $1.04. So each square is tallied out to 104. And then my last one is my bathroom, because I did have a bathroom remodel, so that is a monthly bill that is taken out of my account each month. So that's going to be $1.94. So for every time that you're filling up in these, these cash envelopes, you can actually put, break it down and add. So for my bathroom, if I went and put $5, so each one is $1.90, so $2 is averaging. So you would fill in your 3 spots or 2 spots to get to your 5, and it just keeps on moving until you can actually fill it up, where you have your total balance of $226, depending on each bill that you have. So from that, and this is just a way you can go ahead and keep track of this and keep it in your minimal, small. You don't have to have a huge paper run, and you can actually just, tally it up. If you wanted to go into your high month ahead, you could use this as your guide for a high month. And I actually have to recalculate this, because I know I've started my one from my old vehicle, but I have to replace some of this new stuff on here. But this is basically the gist of it, guys. And then you of course have your main sheet. And so if you guys are interested in any of these, let me know, and I can, I don't mind if you guys want to try this out for yourself. I think it's just a good way to have small, pages that you don't have to keep track of, because I will pull out. Let's go ahead and pull out this one. So I barely transferred this money over. So this is basically what I was tracking with before. And it came with my digital download. I liked it, love it. It is cute and everything, but it was just like, this is a lot of waste to me. It's like you're wasting, this is paper waste. Yeah, it's fun. You can track it so much easier. I mean, it's cute to keep away. But basically you just, have your, and I was breaking it down by your goal, your breakdown for each one. And then basically that's the same thing that we're doing here on these. So every time you're filling out something here, it transfers over to this, and look, there's not much waste. And I had, for each bill, I have printed out one of these. So this was just a way to, you know, economize, you know, paper, you know, and you know, and for those who might come at me for that, you know, this is just something, you know, I thought it was like, this is, you can just, you minimize it, you know, to the simplest form that you can, to make it more easier and more able to just keep track of it. And then this, once I get my binder, this will all go together. All of this is going to go all in one binder, you know, and I'm just going to keep, I think the most important thing is try to get a month ahead on your binders, on a budget binder. And if you have a calendar, it's like, okay, one of the biggest goals is to try to get a month ahead. So this is why I decided to keep it all together. Have a month ahead, along with, you know, my calendar that I'm going to use for my billing. And then my budget sheets. And then, you know, all my things that I want to keep track of, I can do that. I'm still debating if I'm going to keep these laminated for the challenges and the sinking funds. It's going to be based on a month-to-month basis. So I don't know if I want to keep track of that or if I just want to reuse this each time, because, you know, sinking funds drop off and you might have new sinking funds you want to add on here, so you can. It's, I mean, I put enough space to include all, you know, a lot. So so it's just something fun I decided to go ahead and create for myself, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope, you know, I will give you updates on how it's going by using this system that I created and see how it works. But if you guys are interested in this, you guys can let me know. But that's pretty much it for this video. I will be going through this on my next video, just so I can give y'all a breakdown and make sure I'm coloring in the amounts for my tracker on here once I tally these up, because I moved these from an old envelopes that I had, so, but I want to keep it all together. So, but yeah, guys, let me know if you are interested in this, and maybe if you want one yourself, I don't mind, just let me know. Maybe I'll just, you know, charge for shipping. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But if there is interest in it, I don't mind you guys letting me know. Just leave a comment that you're interested, and maybe I'll try to figure out how to reach out to y'all, because this is all new to me too, guys. So but I figured this is a way I'm gonna start learning how to track myself, and this keeps me motivated, you know. I think I mean, it's like, so and it's undated, and I'm deciding if I'm gonna laminate this calendar and just reuse it each month, or if I want to go ahead and print out for each month, so you can have like a hard copy to track your bills, as you know, maybe you want to look back on your bills from the previous years and be like, look, this is where I was, this is where I'm at now, you know. It's a good way to track it. Maybe even at that, keep a tracker for yourself, for the, like a whole binder tracker, to keep up with your finances that way. But yeah, so guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you are interested in any of this stuff, let me know. You can always message me. I am on, you can follow me on Instagram. I am at MyGirlMoney on Instagram, and of course you subscribe to my channel. Please, the more you guys subscribe to me, the more, you know, I will be, this is a learning process for me, and it's will keep me motivated to start, you know, sharing more stuff. So if anything else, guys, much love to you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.